Hey guys, it's Jessie V. So it is thunderstorming outside like crazy, so if you hear any rain or thunder or see lightning or something, that is why. As I always say, for some reason, whenever I sit down to film a creepy video, the weather outside reflects that. Like, I literally wish you guys could see outside this window right now, but I'm not gonna show you because that's literally my neighborhood, and I don't want anybody to find me, so. But yeah, it's like 2 p.m. and the sky is black, so not a very good sign. But anyways, because you guys liked me talking about that creepypasta that I did, I think last week, I decided to do yet another one. Now, this one is not as detailed as the last one. The last one was based off of a series of pictures that made a story. This one is a story, but it only shows one picture of this particular painting. So a lot of this you have to take in and use your imagination, which sometimes I find is a lot more interesting. Before I start, tons of comments from you guys were telling me that I'm saying creepypasta wrong. How is it wrong? Is it just my Canadian accent? Creepypasta. It's creepy and pasta, and you put it together, right? Creepypasta. But everyone's like, it's creepypasta. Creepypasta. Like, I don't know, pasta. Pasta. It's all the same to me. Wow, it's like literally flooding outside. Holy goodness. Oh, before I start, I know I haven't done Unicorn of the Week in quite a while, so I'm gonna announce the winner right now. Unicorn of the Week for this week is Kirsty Johnson, and we met before. That is so awesome. I'm pretty sure I met her at my Brampton meet and greet like a month and a half ago, and she was so sweet. But yeah, congrats girl on being Unicorn of the Week. I promise to try and get back into it. My mind is in a million places, but I'm trying to do it every single week, and you don't have to be a member of my channel to be Unicorn of the Week. All you have to be is subscribed and with your notification bell on. And if I see you pop up in my notifications and comments a lot, then you might be Unicorn of the Week. Alright, so the creepypasta that I'm going to be reading to you guys today is called The Man in the Painting. Now this one was also written by an anonymous author, so if you'd like to read more up on it or see where I got this, I will definitely put the link to this page down below. But yeah, creepypastas are just mysterious and they're made by mysterious people. So this story is not too long at all, so after this I have some more stuff to show you that is really creepy, so stay tuned during this story and this is gonna freak you out. Okay. Let's start this. It was a couple days before Christmas, and realizing that I haven't gotten my grandmother a gift yet, I asked my mom if we can go somewhere like the antique store because she liked old stuff like that. It was about a 30-minute drive to get to the place. It looked like it was in horrible shape on the outside, but on the inside it was beautiful. There was a marble floor, newly furnished shelves, glass display windows, and it was quite large. I strolled around, sighing, realizing how long it would take me to find something in all of this. Before I knew it, anxiousness turned into relief when I saw an old painting. The framing was beautiful, and the picture was even more stunning. Now, this person included the painting in this post, so I'm just gonna put it on the screen. It says, it was a cabin surrounded by huge trees, and there seemed to be a man looking out the window. I knew she'd like it, because she liked anything that I got her. So, in this painting, as I look on it, I don't see a man looking through the window. I just see windows that are empty. So let me know if you see him looking through. I grabbed it and saw that the owner was standing right behind me as I turned around. Startled, I jumped back when I saw an innocent old woman. She told me to follow her and she took me to the counter where I paid for it, and we left shortly after. Luckily, my grandmother wasn't home when we got home, so wrapping and putting it under the tree wasn't a big deal. Come Christmas Day, she opened it. She thanked me and she hung it above her bed later that day. But something seemed off. The man went from standing at the window to walking out the door. I just brushed it off as nothing. A week passed and I looked at the painting again. He was now walking down the stairs. I was getting a little creeped out, but reassuring myself and saying that it was probably just a cool feature about the painting. Well, another week passed and I took another look at it. The man seemed to be moving closer, as if there was a camera, and he was moving closer to the person taking the picture. I told my grandmother about it and she agreed with me. She took it off the hinge and placed it behind her bed, while weeks turned into months. And for old time's sake, we pulled the picture out from behind her bed. We were mortified. We could see the man's face clear as day. He had dark bags under his eyes. It looked like he was trying to smile but was missing many teeth. But what stood out most of all is that his left arm didn't seem to fit the rest of his body. It seemed too feminine, and he had long, silky hair and seemed to look sort of sick and injured. It was in a very twisted way. Well, another week passed and we were planning planning for my grandmother's funeral. The people who did the autopsy said that she passed away from a heart attack. I know better though, because this man, he is now nowhere to be seen in the picture. That is so freaky. I feel like I've heard something sort of similar to this before. I just wish that this creepypasta showed the steps of him getting closer and closer, even though I don't know if I'd want to see that, it might freak me out. But like I said, you sort of had to imagine like where it started from and how it kept getting closer and closer until finally he was completely out of the painting and is now like roaming around freely. So I don't know guys, when I first read that, it just like brought shivers down my spine. So after reading this creepypasta, I decided to go on eBay, and I've done so many videos of me looking through eBay, but particularly at haunted dolls, and I find all of their backstories really interesting, and it's always interesting to see what these people put the prices as, because I feel like the lower the price, the more haunted the doll probably is, because I feel like if you have something that's ruining your life so much, you just want to get rid of it. If you place it at like $500, you're probably not gonna get a person to buy it as quickly. It sort of has to be the perfect person who's willing to pay that money. So I decided to go on eBay after this, and I thought that I would look up some haunted paintings because I'm wondering if there are situations like this in real life where people are actually trying to get rid of something in their house, like a painting or a portrait, that could be causing some paranormal activity in their house. And I didn't find a lot, but I found a handful that I thought that I would share with you guys. So I'm gonna show you the first one, and just like a warning here, if you're freaked out by clowns, maybe don't proceed. It's not like a terrifying image, but like I know like my sister, for example, she hates clowns. So anyone who has like a clown phobia, you're about to see one, okay? Just let you know. I've never been like afraid of clowns. I mean, they're kind of creepy, but like if I saw one in real life, I wouldn't be terrified. So anyways, this was the very first thing that I saw when I was looking on eBay. It's called Haunted Creepy Sad Clown Painting from 1965. Vintage wall art hanging unsettling face. So when I first saw this, it definitely gave me a weird vibe because first of all, it's really, really old, and I feel like old things make people more creeped out. So this is what the person originally put on this posting. She said, "This sad clown belonged to my boyfriend and was in his family for years. The painting came to them when he was a boy, and it was hung in his bedroom throughout his childhood. It watched him frequently. At night, its face would change. Out of the corner of his eye, it would often be grinning or have a subtly shifting expression. His eyebrows would slant in anger, or he'd flare his nostrils, or he'd have a despicable sneer. When he hid it in the closet, there would be soft snickers and whispers coming from inside it at night, every night. Recently rediscovered in his mother's estate, he still doesn't like looking at it now and sometimes complains of night terrors involving clowns." Oh my goodness. Okay, that's so weird. My camera started like glitching out and then turned off, and I couldn't get it back on for like 10 minutes. So here I am. I guess I'll just continue the story. That was really bizarre. I mean, it is storming outside, but my camera has a battery. It's not plugged into anything. Anyway, so what I just read you was the first thing that she put when she posted this on eBay. And then I guess a couple weeks later, because this painting wasn't selling, she posted this update. It says, "We really need to sell this item soon. My boyfriend really doesn't like having it in the house and has been complaining of strange dreams since we brought it back around. The memories of it from his childhood are very strong and often disturbing. If you are interested in haunted items, please consider this picture." So they seem to be selling it for $60, which I think is a little bit pricey for something that you want to get rid of. But I mean, if they think that'll sell, I mean, cool. Hopefully they can get rid of this item, because that sounds like it really sucks to have around. I would just like put it in the garage, get it out of your house for a while. So the next thing that I saw was called Haunted Romanian Painting. And right in the title it says, "I am not responsible for unpleasant events." So that's great right there. What's weird is that right away it looks like it's almost $1,000, which, holy goodness, if you're trying to get rid of it, who's gonna like spend $1,000 on it? I mean, I guess if you're really, really into the paranormal, you would, but I feel like before purchasing something like this, you'd want to see like proof. Anyways, let's see what she says. It says, "The painting was made by a Romanian painter, Lai Ardeleanu. I am not good at pronouncing things, as you guys know. You can see his signature in the pictures. The painting was in the same room when my great-grandmother passed away in 1984. And then my great-grandfather passed away in the same room as his wife, with that painting in the room as well. Then in 1998, when I was 9 years old, my grandmother passed away in the same exact room, and the painting was in there. From this date, on every single Thursday, we hear knocks and scratches on the walls. It's usually around 10 p.m. and we see unusual shadows. From 1999 until now, we moved houses several times thinking that we were haunted. Until our last move, when we left the painting accidentally. The new owners of the house called us after 2 months to give us the painting to tell us that they experienced the same phenomenon. If any buyer wants this painting, I can provide documents of deceased persons around the painting. That is terrifying. And then in red it says, I'm not responsible for any paranormal activities or unpleasant events due to this painting. So that sounds pretty freaky. Like anything that involves people like passing away relating to a haunted item, that freaks me out. I don't want to go near it. I don't want to have it. Like things like, you know, lights flickering or small things moving around, that doesn't scare me as much, but when it involves like actual people's lives, no thank you. So we're just gonna close this tab because it's freaking me out. Then I came across this next one, and I don't know what it is, but I've always had a love-hate relationship with paintings. I love paintings, but if you ever come to my house, you'll notice that all the paintings I have on my wall are either abstract or they're not portraits, like they're like trees or something very basic. And it's just because I find like staring at someone looking back at me on a wall, it just freaks me out. So when I saw this, oh, it's so freaky, and the title is Antique Haunting Beautiful Young Girl from Old Victorian Estate Following Eyes. It's $395, which is very pricey. This antique Victorian era piece remains a mystery to me, but I had to make it available because I know someone will absolutely love it. This is a hauntingly beautiful piece of a pretty but sad young girl. It caught my eye immediately at the estate sale because the eyes of the young girl seemed to follow me. I was told they didn't know its origin. It just came with the home that they purchased. I do not know what it is exactly. I thought it was a print originally, but under the loupe I see no pixels at all, so it must be an original. So she's just saying that she doesn't want it because the eyes seem to follow her wherever she puts it. So that is pretty freaky. I don't know of anyone that would buy this for $400. I'm actually curious, like, could you guys comment down below if you would pay a hefty price for a very haunted thing? Or would it have to be like super, super cheap? And also, would you believe it was haunted if it was a super high price, or would you more believe it if it was a low price? So many questions, answer them down below. Anyways though, those are the 3 paintings that I was able to find on eBay. It doesn't seem like they have a lot, as I said, but it was still cool to kind of look through some like real life examples of like what this creepypasta is. But anyways, before I get going, I am gonna read some of my new channel members. So joining the official Unicorn Squad, we have Bethany Morena, Mercedes Subasic, Evie Phoenix, Mimi Coffee, Jenna Jones, Allison Plays, Rosalie AJ, Kaylin Slitter, Savannah Roberts, Autumn_13, Slime Fun, Brittany Shoebridge, Megan Blanche, Mayo Blue, Julian Stop It, Hope Maybe, You Have Hair on Your Screen, Dylan Fur, Snatching Nail Arts and Weaves, 22 Foxy, That One Kid Alex, Kylie Allen, Mercedes McLaughlin, Bad Cat Animations, It's Ezzy, Zoe P, Leah Rose, Jamie Gill, Len Kegamine, Marmore Life 3rd, Noobs Noob, Brianna Russell, Lexi Barnes, Bailey Singh, Avenir 406, LPS Smoke and Fire, Life with Jalen, and we'll stop at My Name is Ryan. So thank you so much to all the new members that joined. It means the world to me. Like, all this support is so amazing. I love you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!